Alright guys, one of these days I'm going to get that transition down smooth. But we are back with the final game of the night for the Zotac Starleague. Isurus versus 7 Wars. But don't forget guys, we do have games tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 18 hours Brazilian time. And you can find all those details on Reddit with a countdown link for each and every game. I'm going to post that here as well.
Alright, and I am joining SP Revolution for this last game of the night.
I'm sorry, Vanessa. I meant to include you in
okay.
that.
No, I wanted to talk while you are busy linking everybody all the information that they need. So this is the third game of Isurus versus 7 Wars. So they are 1-1 right now, so this third one will decide, and there is no loser bracket for this tournament, so you have to keep winning if you want to make it to the finals and up to the grand prize.
Yeah.
So both keep battling it out.
Right now, winning one game puts you in the money at least a little bit, about $250 US, which is honestly more than I've made playing Dota. So.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, Brazilian Dota is new, so it's really exciting to see a tournament like this, getting a lot of teams together. Showing a lot of strengths, and I think this is very good for the players because we do see teams change around quite a bit, but the players in the scene, are still always there. So this is kind of nice advertisement for them as well. Yeah. It's nice to have a Brazilian only kind of league, or really a South American league, rather than a Northeast league where it tends to be a lot of Canadian and American teams with a few Brazilian ones thrown in. So this is a nice tournament.
Yeah. Anyways, we do have 7 Wars going with much more of their usual style. A very aggressive push lineup with the Lycan, the Shadow Shaman. They have banned out the Ember Spirit. They've banned out the Ancient Apparition. Meanwhile, Isurus, knowing how well Straff played Centaur, and this is a guy who's making Centaur quite the signature hero as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we do see Isurus again being able to pick up that Invoker, so we'll see DDX do his thing again. And that's going to be fun to watch. And they get the Dazzle this time. A little more minus armor for them. That will be nice. But yeah, 7 Wars has some crazy push coming up. Now, Invoker can be an excellent anti-push. And I do like this Death Prophet ban from them, preventing the ridiculous amount of push.
And they're gonna ban the Meepo.
So we won't get to see Meepo!
Well,
guys, we really wanted to. If you missed the pregame information, Meepo is, somebody's. Is it Nadara's?
10 seconds remaining.
Signature hero?
I'm just gonna pull it up again just to make sure.
5 seconds remaining.
1 second here, guys. Of course, you guys can see this. This is 7 Wars, so let's get rid of them. It's fullbacks, apparently. So yeah. There are the beautiful faces of your
carry
team. Yeah.
Carry Meepo. See, I do really like the support Meepo. To be honest, I think carrying Meepo is a little riskier. I'd rather have my core be someone else, but
I think Meepo is in general riskier, but
it's true.
Yeah, it is about to hit midnight here on the East Coast. It's 1 a.m. for these players though, so they are up well into the night, but dedicated to it. Here.
It's a Friday. We're all gamer nerds. We stay up late.
Yeah.
This is still early for a Friday.
Yeah, especially for how wild we gamers get.
so wild and crazy. So Isurus taking their time here with this 4th ban.
Yep.
So it's hard after the first picking stage. Really decide what you want to ban. A Storm Spirit ban.
Dire team pick.
And no surprise there. Definitely no need to ban Disruptor from either side now.
Yeah.
But I like them banning out the Death Prophet. It's just such a terrifying hero to put up against. I would say there for 7 Wars, you might not want to put Lycan mid this time. Might want to put him in a more traditional.
They didn't run Lycan mid, did they? Did I miss it completely? Lycan was a ghost that game. I swear, we didn't see him at all.
5 seconds remaining.
We had
I mean, somebody was saying, meanwhile, this wolf is farming the whole map. I was like, what wolf? Oh, yeah, Lycan.
Radiant
He's in this game.
Yeah, he was he tried to get her. Okay, so Visage was somebody else's signature hero. I can't remember if it was on 7 Wars for Isurus, but That is a lot of damage. That is a dangerous, dangerous trialing. And so I was saying earlier that the challenge of Visage was his not as reliable stunts, but when you have a controller like Invoker, and then you have a little bit of control coming out from Dazzle, the lack of stuns can be mitigated a little bit by those heroes, so that Visage for that high nuke damage can be picked up. Something I haven't seen for a long time, but would be interesting, is actually a core Visage.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well that would work, though. Especially up against the Lycan. He needs a lot of farm to really turn into a core.
That's true.
Yeah. The last time Fullback played Meepo in an American combat, he absolutely stomped everyone.
Meepo is a tough hero to deal with. He just gets so much farm and travels around.
Yeah, and you see people play him one of two ways. It's the, oh dear, I ran into Meepo, I hope I can do it. And then, like, falls on his face because someone just picked an Earthshaker, and there you go. Or you see someone who really knows how to handle Meepo, like No Tail, and just wrecks everything with it.
Remaining.
It's just the Meepo bulldozer here.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Cast. All right. So they pick up, Seven Wars picks up a Vengeful Spirit. Very nice for pushing. A lot of aura stacking already happening here, so some nice damage. And the nice thing about Vengeful Spirit is that even if you don't have the strongest right clickers as carries, she really enhances them and adds quite a bit of damage.
And not to mention, the push capabilities of Vengeful Spirit is not something you take,
Radiant team
you talk about a lot. But the aura of Vengeful Spirit combined up with the Howl from the Lycan is going to create a lot of right-click damage coming out. The only things that aren't going to benefit from the Howl are Shadow Shaman's wards, sadly.
Yeah, but I mean, they do so much on their own. And the Luna pick up here from Isurus, so they're going for a classic, just, we want to kill you.
Yeah.
And now she can push pretty well, and Boker
she's good
can
against
push.
Lycan too once she picks up Glaives. If those wolves are visible, they're going to have Glaives bouncing to them.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And Beastmaster. Now this is a hero I really like. I think he has a place in this metagame too, because he's what I would call the anti-greed hero. Because he gets free stuff. Like, let's take a look real quick here, and I'll shift to this overlay for you guys. The Hawk, okay?
5 seconds remaining.
That was a really lame video. It just shows that there's a Hawk that Beastmaster can summon. But it's basically a free ward
Radiant
that is completely invisible once you level it up. Then you've got Inner Beast, which is a free drum, in a way. This is an item-independent hero. I mean, yeah, he's great with some items, because then you get a second, or a real drum, and
10 seconds
there you go.
remaining.
Yeah, Agnum's on him is very important as well, just because of his, what is it, Howl? No, it's not Howl, that's like
it's
Roar.
Shout,
Primal Roar.
Roar. Howl,
Yeah,
shout, roar. Very vocal stuff on this team. Need to get a Queen of Pain up in here for a scream as well.
I mean, so, okay, so they are, this always confuses me. They are playing Radiant. So can you put the Beastmaster mid and have him ancient stack?
Remaining.
Yes, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Remaining.
But I mean, you can even have
I speak for the trees.
The Beastmaster just farm the Ancients right from the start and abandon the offlane if you want. However, against a Luna, I wouldn't exactly recommend that.
Yeah, that's pretty greedy too. With the ways these teams have been playing, you really need 2 supports that can roam, that can really do things. If you
could, though, dual lane the Beastmaster. This is something I experimented with in pubs for a while, where we try to get, if we could, Death Prophet, Shadow Shaman, Pugna, Beastmaster, and Crystal Maiden. We'd put Shadow Shaman and Beastmaster together, so Shadow Shaman could just hex somebody or shackle them, making Beastmaster pretty much unable to miss with the axes.
Yeah.
And then, once I at mid could get a mech up as Pugna, take down the mid tower, we just group up and take things out.
10 seconds
I really like this Nature's Prophet pickup here by Isurus.
Yeah.
So, the 4 that they have, Dazzle, Visage, Luna, and Invoker, are very good 4-man fighters and are going to allow that. They're going to delay the game and allow Prophet to push. Plus, Prophet can deal with this Lycan very well, I think.
I'm really, really confused as to what this is.
What is?
This is a
Prepare
hero
for
I really
battle.
love, Beastmaster. Is the caster gay or not? Wow, I messed up the entire overlay there. I am so sorry, guys.
Well, they'll survive. They will be okay. So, yeah, support, bench, and shaman. So, okay, so Gyro was the last pickup. So they pick up that carry. So this, yeah, it will be a Beastmaster mid. And he'll be able to stack.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll be okay.
Well, at least we described the heroes enough to mention. But actually, whoa, a level 1 Roche, while I'm worried about the overlay, we got something else going on. The Lycan Wolf was here, but it got killed already.
So we've got trees to help tank up
30
Roche.
seconds
And no
to
one on the
battle.
Radiant team is anywhere near this. Are they going to get to Roche in time, though? It looks like they could. This Roshan attempt is going very slowly without someone to seriously tank up other than their trees.
You know, they do have a smoke on Nightmare that they could be using to get there faster, but I think they know that level 1 Roche takes a while.
Yeah. They're playing it out very smart. Carl gonna throw some axes. It looks like they kind of want to back off on this, but if they do, I mean, look at Seven Wars. They're a
battle
tanky team.
begins.
They can go in there and take Roche if they want. And Straff, edging around the pit like he wants to. He's got 2 wolves up. They're getting harassed down a bit. One's gonna fall. Another one gonna fall as well. They're gonna put down a D ward that is gonna. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a hiccup here. Is gonna catch out the sentry, but yeah.
So neither team lost too much. Actually, Seven Wars probably lost a little more. Just because Lycan's low on mana now, and they weren't planning on making that movement, so they don't
Yeah.
have the items to deal with it.
But at least they did stop it. This, I don't think they would have dewarded this if they hadn't come down here. And that's 50 early gold for Shaman, which is very nice. So, first blood on the ward.
And they're actually going to smoke in towards DDX here, which, I mean, he's only level 1, so he doesn't have anything to help him get out of this.
Yeah, and there's like no time to actually do hero introductions right now. They're actually just going to walk on by, despite the smoke.
Yeah, I think they smoked to get up to the top lane more quickly.
And Gyro just left an illusion here. They're going aggressive trialing with the Gyro, who is being played by Domi. Let's do some quick introductions here. We have Domi on the Gyro, Nightmare on the Vengeful Spirit, GST from Han on the Shadow Shaman, Carl on the mid lane Beastmaster, and down on bottom we have Straff on the Lycan.
Alright, and playing for Isurus, we've got Nadara on our support Visage up top, accompanied by Pepita on the support Dazzle, and fullback playing our carry Luna. In the mid lane, we have DDX on his Invoker. We'll see how that goes. And then last, we've got 9 playing this offlane Nature's Prophet. We'll see if he can get as much work done this time on the Prophet. He's very good. Was he Centaur in the very first game? I can't quite recall.
He was the Axe.
Oh, right, the axe.
Yeah.
Yes, that axe.
That Axe.
Alright, well, take a look at CS. Wow, actually, 9 doing incredibly well. He is up against a solo Lycan who I think might have a very hard time down here. They might have to consider moving some supports around.
Well, one thing you do have to note is that I believe he got 2 of the last hits on the Wolves while they were contesting Roche. So that's some early farm that's going to go his way. Of course, those aren't worth quite as much as lane creeps at the moment. Meanwhile, up top, they actually have Luna getting shackled up by the Shaman. Domi going to throw out a rocket barrage. A missile going to come out from Nightmare. They're trying to harass out in the airdrop, but not going to be able to do so. Salve is going to come out. Han, or GST rather, not being so lucky. It doesn't look like any of the heroes here have a salve. They went a bit greedy with their starting items. And I think that's another reason that they took that up. Yeah, Beastmaster is a single target stun versus split push, but it at least slows everything around it. Being able to have that inner beast to help things split push, which I'm actually surprised he picked up as early in lane and didn't pick up Call of the Wild at least. And also Whirling Axes for that AoE damage. Being able to clean up the trance very quickly, as well as break through Nature's Prophet Sprout. I mean, I think it's a good pickup.
Yeah, no, I like the Beastmaster here. I think he's a little underrated. Roar is very powerful.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Sephiroth, the UNVG.
Yeah, so DDX, same build as last time, the early alacrity to help with last hitting into the Forge Spheres. I really like this choice because it means a fast Midas, which means that, you know, the levels that we saw just have such big impact last time are hopefully going to be coming out again for DDX here.
It also guarantees pretty much that when he wants a 7, he can get it. Unless he's so far behind, it's not even funny. And this Invoker knows what he's doing. Most of the action, though, I believe, is going to be happening on top lane.
I would like to point out, 9 already managed to pick up aces.
At 4 minutes? Okay.
He's farming very well.
Yeah. Even with the Roche attempt. The one nice thing for Isurus is at least they didn't lose anyone, like even to Roche in that Roche attempt, because that can be a pretty
that can be
sad thing.
And they didn't use Split because they had the trance tanking it. They didn't use any regen. So if you have like Ursa with level 1 Roches, you go through several salves.
And if that doesn't work out, you're very behind because your laning stage is really going to suffer. If it does, it's great, but yeah. Actually, we're going to see a roll come out. How is Nature's Prophet level 6? Domi is going to get taken down by the Airdra. 9 tried to get in here for that kill, but he's going to have to find another one. Looks like the Visage, or Nature's Prophet, rather, is going to get GST as well. This is going to leave Lycan to get a little bit of space, though, at least.
That was nice rotation in here by 9, and you're right, nice ultimate use to really, I don't think they were expecting that early of a level 6. Prophets normally have a much harder time with that. Yeah, now I think the supports want to go... They would theoretically want to help out Lycan, but actually now that Prophet is level 6, he won't be in the lane as much anymore, so they don't need to rotate. And I don't think they have the option to. Gyro can't face up against this tri-lane.
Well, they're going to try. Actually, fullback going to get caught out here. He will fall to Domi. So Domi going to use the rest of that Rocket Barrage just to tank up a bit. There is a howl coming out from Lycan. One of the things is, since Beastmaster has those pets, they're going to do more damage, or, of course, the Hawk,
the Boar will
not
do
really doing much damage anyway,
actually. Yeah, the Boar will also have an increased damage from the Howl.
I mean, well, the Scout Hawk will get increased damage, but I'm not sure he actually can attack, even if buffed, so...
That's really silly.
Increased damage meaning he actually does damage. And actually, he's going to use this Hawk very efficiently. Scout out Niedra. It's going to,
let them pick up a kill there.
Yeah. And, I mean, you look at the last hits, until he left lane, he was pretty much on par with Invoker. And for a melee hero, that's very impressive.
Especially this Alacrity Exort Invoker. Yeah. And actually, if you're top, they're diving quite a bit, and the Nature's Prophet.
Domi. He could drop. Yep, he will to Luna.
And the poison cuts up from the Dazzle, and yep, the heal manages to finish him off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Lycan chasing down 9. He's not going to go for it all the way. But yeah, nice plays by them, definitely.
Yeah, this is very aggressive play from Isurus, like we saw in the first game come out, I think. So we'll see if they manage to maintain the aggression. I'm excited to see this DDX again. That was impressive to watch.
I mean, even though he lost the first game, he played it out very well. And I think it wasn't really him that lost the game, it was more his team. But, or the second game, excuse me.
Yeah, alright. I got you. I'm following.
Yeah. And sorry guys for commenting so much on the chat. I think it's because usually I don't have this much activity in the chat, so anytime something happens in my chat, then it's like, oh my goodness, an event. Someone said something. And now it's not as notable. Of course, keep chatting. It's great, guys.
That was a nice deny there by 9 bottom. He manages to shroud himself in and TP away.
Very nicely done, yeah.
Lycan going for that early tower, but...
He's 100 gold, though, I believe, from his Vladimir's offering at 8 minutes. And, Luna actually going to get taken down up top. Gold split among assists. Carl going to juke the Sunstrike. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, Visage is going to live here. They try to throw out that Nature's Prophet ulti, but it's not going to be enough. Beastmaster, is that a set from him? That board looks different.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, it is a set, because the hood's different for sure.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Is definitely funky.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, something else that I also really like about this Nature's Prophet pick that I forgot to mention earlier, especially since we know DDX goes for that Exort build, Sunstrike's better. Excellent Sunstrike setups.
And that's something you can forget, because Nature's Prophet has so many versatile uses, and then just adding that on top of the whole thing, it's like, well, how could he get any worse, guys? It's not that bad.
Prophet is following Bulldog's advice. He is going for phase boots into Midas. Yeah.
The phase boots generally so you can escape from situations, right?
Yeah, and because games are so much more active early now, you really need some early items before you go for those Midases.
Yeah.
So that's excellent farm here on the Nature's Prophet. And he's really getting a lot done. He's got nice map awareness.
The Invoker are getting quite a bit of free farm, I think.
He picked up his Midas a while ago.
And having this Quas Exort build, which he is going for the exact same build again, pretty much. I think this is kind of his build. But the Exort means that he doesn't have to leave lane to get kills. He can just use his Sunstrike, secure a couple kills that way, and not have to worry about it.
Is under attack.
Yeah, and he almost, he's very close to having his double Forge Spirits up.
Yeah. So
he'll be able to start actually pushing and causing some distractions here. And down here, Gyro in a bit of trouble on the bottom lane, but he manages to juke through the trees. Creeps are following him. But 9...
Yeah, he'll be able to clean these up. And 9 has the Midas in the meantime, so...
Yeah, and Invoker, very nice use of the Forge Spirit. He actually used it to scout out Roche. Lycan had run in there. And Invoker's just keeping his eye on it. He knows these Forge Spirits aren't that useful for pushing yet, and he doesn't have anyone in lane to harass, and he can just use it to keep Lycan scouted out in the Roche pit.
Yeah. We do have Nadera with the double damage here. Invoker is going to go for power trades instead of phase boost. That's a bit of an interesting pickup for sure. He does keep scouting out this Roche pit though, as you were saying. And with a Lycan on the board, especially when you know he's already got his Vlad's done, you can't afford to give up the Roche easy, because that just opens the door for Lycan to take 2, maybe 3 towers.
Yeah, and you can't D-ward and now I forget what they're called, the Forge Spirits, and he'll notice a smoke and etc. But DDX disconnect. So yeah, this was our first disconnect of this game. So we're doing pretty well, right?
Yeah, doing pretty well actually for the usual span of Brazil Dota. This is like a new record.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. So we can talk about some of the stats while we sit here in the pause. So as far as last hits go, now that we're 11 minutes in, they've become a little less important. But obviously Invoker is sitting at the top of the CS. But closely followed by the Lycan and the Gyro. So everyone's doing all right. Net worth, probably a little more telling, especially when you have all these minions that are being picked off.
Yeah.
So yeah, Isurus doing very nicely on net worth, and on top of that, they have at least 2 Midases. Yeah, Luna did not go for Midas, so they'll only have 2.
And I'd say this is a good decision by Luna. Against this much magic damage, you're gonna want to BKB, even though Beastmaster will be able to go straight through it. So.
Yeah, we'll see if she chooses to go BKB. She could still be greedy and go for a Helm. She might be hanging on to her money just to see what happens. If they have a particularly good fight, fullback can choose to go for a Helm. And then if, maybe they're having sort of a bad fight, you buy the Oak Club or Mithril Hammer before you die.
It's going for the Ring of Aquila, though. I like that idea here. Just having that extra aura on the team is very helpful. They're actually going to TP mid. So they're trying to catch out Straff, but, this is a wolf that can just run away from you pretty quickly.
Yeah, it happens, and I'm not even sure if I've seen him use his ultimate yet.
Yeah.
He is under attack.
Or did he? It's so weird when you've seen 2 or 3 games of the same hero, because it's like, he used his ultimate. Oh, wait, that was the other game. They're actually going to go ahead and push mid, though.
Yeah, with the double Forge Spirits up, he just got double Forge Spirit. He's like, alright, it's time to push.
With the deny. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit taking out a tower up top, I believe, and TPing back toward mid, so very nicely done by both teams there.
And if we take a look at the gold, it's a little bit in favor of Isurus, but starting to move up towards 7 wars. And actually after that tower deny and take,
yeah.
it might go up more.
Quite a bit of gold lead coming in here.
Yeah.
Domi gonna
Down
attempt to
bottom,
TP
Domi.
away. Yeah. Cold snap coming in. It's gonna take him down. And Beastmaster with the regen rune on the mid lane. I have to say though, I really like the Beastmaster pickup here. I think it's a really great hero to have alongside the Lycan, because at least the board gets that extra damage buff. And the Hawk gets the buff. I still haven't been able to answer the question of does the Hawk actually gain the ability to attack, but
Yeah, I don't know if he even has an animation, so I don't know if he will.
because then technically wouldn't the courier get an ability to attack as well?
So very timely level 6 here by Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, just in time to place down those wards. Looks like they might get this tower. Are going to see Invoker Midasing a creep out there. Nicely
This
placed
here
axes as well.
really doing work to farm up those wards, though. I mean,
Yeah,
that was a lot of money there for Invoker.
they do almost as much damage as Invoker, each of them. And then having 2 of them is almost like you have 3 Invokers.
Yeah, and then you're adding minus armor on top of that as well.
Yeah.
So no, this Forge Spirit build is very powerful. And it has sort of fallen out of style just because Prospects is so
Oh.
good to control.
These wolves, though, they're doing
nice.
so well.
Nice courier pick off.
I mean, they were able to come off, get the courier. They got the deny on that tower. They scouted out the early Roche. Wolves doing work tonight.
Yeah. So I'm a little curious about something. When I click on Invoker, I see 6 Exort orbs.
Dire's bottom tower.
I don't know how that is possible.
Okay, well, fight here near the
that's all
Roche
that
pit.
we've
It
got.
looks like
Fight,
Nadara.
yep.
Yeah, Nadara gets picked off. Pepita is shallow graves, but he's also stacked. I think he's gonna fall
Yeah.
here. Let's off a little cheeky little poison touch first. And Roche is actually bashing Carl quite a bit.
Roche is like, somebody's fighting, let me join. Trap is going for a Necro Book. He won't get picked off just yet, though. Swap out from the Vengeful Spirit. Not sure where that was. Actually, fullback getting a double kill on the other end here. And a Stun Strike coming out. Doesn't look like it landed. They're going to go back in on the Roche pit, though. Lycan needing to recover up, but even the lifesteal in the jungle is not going to be enough for him. Are they going to go for a steal here? The sentry board is out. They're going to know about these wolves coming in. And 1 Midas on them, and that's one other thing about this team. They have the Midas, but they're going for a Roche deny here. Feed the bird right
Dire's
quick.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they get this...
Roshan has
No,
fallen
they
to
didn't.
the Dire.
Okay. I know
Dire's
Speed Gaming has
structures
gone
are
for it in the
fortified.
past, up against Fnatic especially, but
Nice
Dire's
deny on the
middle
middle
tower
tower
has been
and
denied.
Roche
Yeah.
taken. So well done by Isurus. Denying Lycan that Roche makes it much harder for him to push, even though they didn't kill him in the fight. They
he
just
has
about
got a
did.
Necro Book up, though. It may only be level 1, but with his passive, his Feral Impulse, the Howl, and the Beastmaster Aura as well, that's a lot of push power coming out from him.
Yeah, Gyro doing alright here. He'll be coming online fairly soon, so right now he only has drums.
Yeah.
And, I actually was going to say he's going BKB next, but he isn't. He bought a Blade of Alacrity, so it's probably going to be a Yasha.
Yeah. I honestly don't think the drums on Gyro is quite as good, especially when you have Beastmaster, who kind of already has a drum done, in a way, and also could build his own drum, and it's a great item on him.
Yeah,
and Gyro
he's-
could be going
Radiant's
for a
bottom
BKB.
tower
Like,
is under attack.
I'm okay with the drum pickup. It's an item that has small pieces that are easy to buy that can give you a lot of extra presence in a fight. But I would tend to, not going for the BKB right away is fairly greedy. We take a look at Luna, what she got on the courier. So she herself is also getting a Yasha. So similar greedy build from either side.
yeah.
Not too bad. And Beastmaster's actually chosen to go for a Necro Book, so I think they've seen, they're like, okay, this team probably can take us in the late game. Although, well, that'd actually be an interesting question. But it's going to be a mass Necro Book strategy.
Okay, let me boost my mic volume just a little bit. Hopefully that's better. If it's too loud, guys, let me know. Thank you, Waffle, for that.
Well, I will try and listen for it.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed.
Oh, we're gonna have a gank on DDX coming in on Domi. He is gonna cold snap him up. The roar from Beastmaster, I almost said shout, scream, whatever there. He's gonna at least pop the Aegis, but actually the shackle right in place from Shadow Shaman. Serpent Wards are gonna do some work on fullback, actually. One more hit will do the job unless Shallow Grave comes to the rescue, and it looks like no one's gonna die here.
Impressive fight. I mean, just look at the health bars up top.
Nightmare wants the greed. He wanted to kill Invoker. Did swap in there, but Invoker blinking back out with that blink dagger. I mean, this is the way that DDX likes to play Invoker. I can already tell just after 2 games. Oh, Visage with the micro takes off Daz or Vengeful Spirit there, and it looks like Shaman actually getting picked off by the Invoker, and the Serpent Ward's gonna fall.
Yeah, Isurus managed to pick up 2 kills there.
Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet was over here with Beastmaster and Gyro.
Interesting.
Radiant's top tower is under
so
attack.
Domi might be going for an Agnes. Either that or he decided, Ness, I really need a BKB.
Oh yeah, that's a good item on Gyro. Yeah, mass Necro spam is, we've already got 2 Necro books up. I wouldn't be surprised if after he gets a mech or something, the Shadow Shaman said, let's go for a Necro book. Or even if he went for like a level 1 Necro first with the Lycan on the team. It's very good.
So powerful.
I'm pretty sure, and this is going to be really embarrassing, but I'm pretty sure smooth camera is actually enabled. Oh, no, it's not, actually. I am so sorry about that, guys. Okay, the camera work may be a little choppy for a second just because I have to get used to smooth camera again. I don't know how it got disabled. Okay, one second while I fix reverse drag or whatever, because it switches that, I forget.
Who knows? I'm glad it's all on you, and I'm sitting here leisurely. I actually have sewn my entire Windrunner cape during these games.
Wow. I saw you working on that earlier today on your stream.
So it's. I was pinning it earlier. I sat here and I sewed all of it. So that's progress. But oh, and we have a disconnect from Lycan. So,
yeah. That's obviously the reason for the pause. But while we're here, Vanessa, would you like to do a little self-promotion so that they can know where to find you?
A little self-promotion. Okay, guys, I am on Twitter. I rarely use it. I really only let you know when I'm casting. But I'm on Twitter at Renessa Dota. And I'm on Twitch, which is where you're really going to find a lot of me because I stream almost every single day. And that's just twitch.tv/Renessa. And if you do the !Renessa in the chat, it'll give you those links for me. My other little bit of self-promotion is I got really bored with just playing Dota, so I decided I'm going to start cosplaying heroes. My camera will be a normal size, though, so sorry. I may stream in them to show off all my proud work.
Yeah.
But I keep my camera small.
We're not going to have the full-screen Renessa cam and Dota being played on a separate monitor.
But I think you'll find me casting a lot with Revo. I'm having a lot of fun tonight, so I'm going to keep that up. And I'm going to look into... Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to look into a new mic for you guys.
Yeah. So. Renessa, did you see what I was saying about the snowball?
Snowball. Yes.
Yes.
I saw that. I'm going to Google it.
This is the best mic in the world, honestly. I got it for $50 at Best Buy. For the quality of mic it is, it's probably a $200 value or something. I don't even know. I don't think we're seeing Gyro Aghanims though.
I'm watching the chat as well. I don't know. I mean, why? Honestly, the Blade of Alacrity is the expensive part of the Yasha, so why not finish out the Yasha and have enough money for it, and it will do more good for you, I think. It'll help you farm a little faster, you'll run faster, you'll be able to escape, and we've actually seen the drums really pay off for Domi. He got out of a couple fights that
were going
just through sheer speed, he was able to run himself away. It was very close.
Yeah. But, the one thing I would say where it's okay, actually go Aghanims on Gyro is and this is going to sound really stupid. I'm just going to go ahead and say this caster is going to get reported for this or whatever. But, you can split push with it? I mean...
No, I understand, and honestly, I was considering an Aghanim's for him, because sometimes you pick Gyro just to help out with pushing. This team is going mass necro books. They want to push. They don't want to take this to the late game.
Next level strats here.
I don't even say, I think it's... We used to see Aghanim's on Gyro quite a bit. Like, it's like seeing an Aghanim's on Juggernaut,
long time back, yeah.
It used to be, oh my gosh, you got Aghanim's on Juggernaut, you noob, what are you doing? GG ban list, go next.
Why are you not getting Aghanim's on Gyro, you noob? No, it's called carry Gyro. It actually works, because, keep in mind, guys, it was only about a year ago that Gyro actually started being considered by the pro scene as a carry. Before that, he was in kind of a, well, he's kind of a mid, but kind of a semi-support-ish. He was kind of in the place Axe was in, and now it's like, oh wait, yeah, duh, Gyro carry. That's what he is, because he does so much damage. And, it's really great to see them finally realize that, but we're kind of seeing more of an old-school Axe here. Or, Gyrocopter, wow. Bit of a different hero.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see what he chooses to go.
What are they saying? I'm looking at...
Yeah, his internet went down.
Yeah. He should be coming back. There is a rule about 5 minutes pause, but I think that, since we've had, like, no pauses in this series, pretty much, I think both teams would be willing to wait a bit, since it is such a decisive match as well. And, sometimes the Brazilian internet is not the best here. I can't tell, did they just, they're all laughing, did they just hear me say anything about the Axe?
I'm not sure. Something about DDX.
Yeah, there's been lots of talk about DDX, and I mean, what a player, really.
Yeah, it's been so impressive to watch him. I really enjoyed watching this guy just absolutely destroy on Invoker, and I mean, he played an incredibly good Storm Spirit too, so I would really like to watch, him continue.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I really want to see Seven Wars go on too. It's one of those things.
Oh, no, I'm not saying specifically in this tournament. I'm talking about as a pro player. I would really like to follow DDX.
It's not next level, it's just Brazil. Well, I mean, I think in a way that's true completely. It's not next level, it is Brazil, and...
It's a different meta. I mean, every scene has a different meta.
Yeah. And they've come quite a way. He is back online, though, so... It'll be just a moment here.
Back into the game soon. I really want to see how this game goes. I'm so excited for it. So, you know what's silly? Looking at these players' Dota profiles, I would guess that a lot of these players are Dota 1, League, or Han, and they actually haven't been playing Dota 2 since it came out. There's some pros who played Dota 2 the second it came out. I would guess these are not the case because they have less wins than we do. And we have only been playing for a year and a half.
And they're so much more skilled than we are.
Yes. So...
Yeah, Sephiroth is pointing out something in the chat right now. Gyro will lose if Gyro doesn't have any DPS. And the only thing I would, adjust with that is they could win. If they're able to take down, like, a Rax really soon, like in the next 5 minutes. If Gyro doesn't have DPS at that point, who cares? Because you're getting decreased gold from one of your lanes for the next 15-20 minutes. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I agree, Gyro usually needs DPS. This is a different strategy. So if they're taking it to the late game, yes, he needs damage. He needs to be destroying with that flat cannon to stay alive.
Yeah.
But with the way that they're playing it right now, they want to be able to push, and they want to be able to stop Isurus from pushing. So an Aghanim's Gyro with global abilities to ult and everything can have a lot of impact on that and output a lot of damage in a different way. It's a different style of play.
Yeah. He went down again? Oh my goodness. Poor guy.
Oh, no.
That was exactly what I was thinking from Nierdra. Z.
Oh no.
But hey, it gives us a lot of time to talk about this. I mean, keep in mind, guys, we could be completely wrong here, and I mean, it's likely that we are. He's just
true.
like, let's pick up some damage and then go for a BKB. Which, I mean, it's totally cool. Like, whatever.
I mean, okay, so it could go either way. I mean, Domi could, finish out a Yasha and then go for the BKB, or this could be an Agnes.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I mean, it would be an interesting game, and especially for such a important game. Is Straff on the Lycan? Yeah, he's on my friends list, so he's coming online and whatnot at times.
Yeah, I've been checking his Steam profile to see what's up with him.
Yeah. Sephiroth's reminiscing about the early days of Dota 2 where it looked so bad, and I've seen screenshots, and Lion, Puck, and Bane, they looked completely different.
Yeah, I think even Windrunner looked really strange.
Oh,
They just kind of looked like blockier, and everyone was like pudgier. It was like Dota went on a diet, which is really strange. So, we shall see. Now, have they made a decision? Just in time, don't pause anymore.
Yeah, we've had some issues with pausing in the past here.
He's all the way back.
Yeah, there was one match in the prelims that was a bit decisive according to a pause, and so after that, oh my goodness, Lycan actually gets the kill with the Necro Creeps on the Visage. That pure damage nuke too strong.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what was happening before that pause. So congratulations to you, Lycan, but I missed that one completely.
Yeah, it was. I just happened to have my camera right on it. Thank goodness. And you guys in the chat know that's the only way I caught that kill, because my camera work is awful.
Well, hopefully we'll see some changes with the camera changes.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's still
honestly,
a little weird with this grip thing, but I'll get used to it again.
Camera work, like LD, has been being flamed constantly in chat and Reddit and etc. for his camera work recently, and he's LD. Like,
he's like amazing at camera work.
So, and he has, the
Or did you just not want to
mention
AC?
No, it was, I'm not sure what the AC thing is. It was definitely LD.
Yeah. AC's been flamed for his camera work since he started casting, and I've always enjoyed the way that he casts. Yeah, sure, his camera work isn't that great, and honestly, I'm not sure how I would run the stream and have someone else control my camera unless they were in the room with me, so, that's a bit of a hurdle. Otherwise, I would be using another cameraman, so.
Yeah,
the overlays. The overlays are good.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, someone just has moved a little to the right.
Oh, okay.
Trying to be responsive, guys. So, Domi did finish out the Yasha.
You know what? You're absolutely right on that. Why did this resize? What the heck is going on? Okay.
Technical difficulties, guys, but
it's been like that all night. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the whole frame of the overlay was off center. It was cutting off items.
Aww. Oh well. Alright,
yeah.
so let's take a look at these gold graphs. Get you guys back into the game. I know we had a bit of a pause, so let's...
You can see the flat line on the gold graph there.
Yeah, it's been pretty steady, about a 6k gold advantage for Isurus. And XP's about the same. Because of this pause, it looks so silly. You never see graphs that look like that.
Volvo, please. They stay at the exact same gold advantage for like 10 minutes? What in the world? These guys must be so good at holding the advantage.
No, it doesn't take into account the pause.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just been like that, so it's just really strange looking. You never ever see that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Yeah, net worth, DDX, doing remarkably well. The Luna, too. So let's see. This is a greedy Luna. It's not only Manta, but it's Manta into Helm. So it's like reverse greedy. That's strange.
Like, I'll get the Manta, then I'll go back. I mean, in this lineup, if the Shadow Shaman wasn't there, I would say that's totally fine. But with Shadow Shaman there, that's 2 disables. And
Invoker, though, with the way DDX is building him...
Yeah.
Sunstrike, Meatball, die.
Yeah, he's going to be able to burst things down pretty quickly if he catches him out. But Strav actually going to hopefully catch out fullback here. Going to go ahead and pop the ulti. And back off. Yep, notice Dazzle was there. Didn't want to dive in on the tower. And you can't blame him for that as well.
And Luna's definitely not tanky enough to deal with these level 3 Necro creeps.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh my goodness, so many courier kills this game.
Yeah, this is just they're trading couriers back and forth. They're like, alright, well, there's only 1 courier allowed to be alive at a time. Yours respawn.
Yeah, and guys, I do just want to say something. I know my camera work is a little weird right now because I'm still getting used to this control. Before tomorrow evening's games, I will go observe a pub or something just to work on my camera work for a good hour so that it will hopefully be better, because I do want to bring you guys the best viewpoint possible. Luna going to go ahead and pop the ulti here on Strap. Glaive's flying everywhere. It looks like he's going to get caught out here. Sunstrike just going to be off the mark. Stun's coming in. Fullback going to be on a killing spree now as she takes him down. He takes him down. Beastmaster, though, on mega kill streak as he takes down Nature's Prophet on the bot lane. They're going to go ahead and push in here a bit. Nature's, Creep's actually coming in. And that other thing is, with 2 Necrobooks on the enemy team, Luna needs a BKB to be able to safely kill those creeps.
Yeah, I mean, Luna just took out a level 1 Necro creep and... really, almost, got very low. So, fullback definitely having a challenge with that. The lifesteal will help a little bit with just staying at a higher life points in general.
Vanessa, we were wrong about Gyro. He's got a Yasha. He's going for BKB. He's doing the safe thing.
I know. And I said it before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely missed that.
It's okay.
I think this is the right decision, though. I don't think a Scepter was a great decision.
I think the move speed is important. I think the damage and his increased ability to farm and fight is important. So there's just a little
Beastmaster coming in right now. Going to go ahead and pop the Hawk. Excuse me there, but the tower going to be taken down.
Has fallen.
What is he doing with this Hawk? Just scouting? I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
He's actually picked up a gem, which I think may have been in the hands of the other team. But one other thing I'm noticing while I'm on the Beastmaster right now, he hasn't died. At all.
Impressive.
Yeah. Lycan only has 1 death. Gyrocopter has 4, but I mean, he's gonna kick in the late game anyway, so...
So the question is, who's been feeding? Yeah, no, it's the Gyro and the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
Have really been...
But I mean, they're the squishier heroes on the team, especially Gyro without the BKB. And I'd say the more deaths you already have on Gyro, the earlier you need to go for that BKB.
Yeah, I'm okay with the Yasha pickup though. He almost has a BKB. He's very close. Yeah, because he just farmed that stack, so he's 300 gold away.
Yeah, and Beastmaster keeping an eye on the enemy's ancient stack because they know that Luna wants to farm this if she can. Lycan actually playing in dangerous territory over here near Luna, but knows that he can turn on her at any time. She's got no BKB to tank up with, so
her
she will be able to be taken down.
Yeah, her ultimate is almost up, but if she chooses to ult him, he can use Wolves and Necrobook, and that's a lot of units.
Yeah, you've got very low chance to actually hit Lycan with that. And if you do, you're still having to worry about the Necro creeps. So
yeah, you might suicide yourself.
Looks like the Hawk is going to scout this out right here. Roshan, though, already at half health. They need to move fast if they want to interrupt it.
And this Alacrity up on Invoker doing great here.
Yeah, he's just going to drop. They couldn't contest it. Lycan's going to get a bit of farm in the jungle, but I'm surprised he wasn't pushing right now. However, the only spot he can safely push is down here. Oh, wow, that was not the right button, but down here on the bot lane.
Which he doesn't want to do while they're doing Roche.
Yeah, because you're just too close to the enemy right there. Or you can try to push a Rax, which is very risky this early on. Actually, we're going to see Shadow Shaman. Oh, excuse me there. pull on in.
So Lycan has moved up to this top lane, staying safe in the trees. Stay in the trees.
Stay in the trees.
I think he's waiting for his team to fight or for Isurus to really commit before he shows himself. But he can just pop these Necro 3s, send them in, howl, and run away, sort of. But Isurus is rotating up here, and he doesn't have any vision of this, so he doesn't actually know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the wolves will spot it out. He's back far enough that they can't go on him.
How was I not using the smooth camera drag before?
Feel better?
It is like a dream come true.
Well,
Like,
I'm glad your night has been made so beautiful and perfect by this new discovery.
And some of you guys know, last weekend I did buy a flight stick, seeing if I could somehow program it to control Dota 2 smoothly. But that couldn't work out, so that was sad. I had to return it yesterday. But, this is exactly what I wanted, and now it works with the mouse, so that's $25 saved. We're gonna see Nature's Prophet TPing in here with Invoker. Oh, he's gonna mess up the stack, isn't he? No, the stack gonna still go through, so at least that's there for them. I'm surprised they're having Luna farm jungle creeps, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Luna's gold is up to 5,000. She buys a straight-out BKB. I was beginning to fear there for a second.
Yeah, no, she definitely needs that BKB, even though Shadow Shaman has been dying really quickly.
And even though Beastmaster's going to go right through it, I feel like having it is going to be very important. What's she going to drop for it? The TP, please? Whoa. Sorry, strange camera. She's going to TP down, actually. As Dazzle actually picks out Shadow Shaman. Invoker picking out the Beastmaster. Oh my goodness, camera worked. Geometry set on the ground. It was picked up by someone, right? Yep, it's picked up by Nature's Prophet.
They grabbed it, and finally managing to get a kill on that Beastmaster.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up top, though, Lycan has the creeps pushing in. He's got the ulti pop, so he can get away pretty quickly.
Sub damage done to this tier 3, not that much. Probably not worth losing a 3-for-9 trade up to Isurus.
Oh, Invoker, 1 point in Wax Tornado. Can't stop Lycan from TPing.
Yeah, not quite long enough.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
5
attack.
points in Quas now. That doesn't give you a third Forge Spirit.
Yeah, it's a little surprising he's continuing up with Quas instead of putting levels in Wex. Now, I'm not that familiar with Invoker, but I'm pretty sure getting Wex would mean a better Chaos meter.
A slightly better one. It won't really increase the damage, but it'll increase the distance it covers. Which, I mean, really isn't that big of a deal, I don't think.
Yeah, so but Wex is an attack speed for Alacrity, so it would make his Alacrity better. But then again, Quas does give you, you know, better Cold Snap, Ice Wall, Deafening Blast, etc.
The damage from Meteor completely comes from that Exort. The only thing coming from the Wex is the travel distance, which the problem with that is, well, it's traveling far enough anyway. Actually, fullback going to get caught out here briefly. Nature's Prophet coming in with the mag. Fullback already down, though. Well, the Aegis, at least, is going to be popped here. We do have somebody TPing on out. Carl TPing in, rather. Going to go ahead and pop through the BKB as Luna pops it right when she gets up. Meanwhile, though, nice ulti from her. It's Shallow Graved up, though, so it can't be taken down. Domi just wants to take it down. He is going to find the kill. Actually, Beastmaster getting the kill there. Very nicely done. Sephiroth got a prize in there somewhere. It's always nice seeing people I know get prizes. It's like, oh, they're going to real people. Good. Because
you other guys, you aren't real people, but you know, some of you.
Yeah, I just don't know you personally. Because I used to think when I watched games like, oh, there goes a prize to some other guy. It's probably not even real. Valve probably says there's prizes and then says buy tickets, support us, and then there's no prizes for anyone.
Yeah,
it's a conspiracy, but
Gyro's sitting on a lot of gold here.
Yeah. We do have our Roshan respawning in 5 minutes 15 seconds. That Aegis would have expired in a minute anyway, so. Oh, Nature's Prophet actually diving deep with the Shadow Blade, but not going to go on to. Smart decision by him. He could catch out the 4th courier of the map, but not going to do so.
Yeah, now Nature's Prophet just picked up a scythe, so.
That's a lot of lockdown, yeah.
Yeah, they don't know that he has that.
They do now if they've looked, though, because he's revealed himself.
Yeah. Sometimes people aren't super proactive about looking.
Well, you gotta remember, these are high-level players. They're gonna take a look at his items, because they're gonna notice something's up.
Alright, so it's going to be a butterfly on Domi, and no really natural MPB carrier for Isurus, but with the glaives and then the manta for the triple fullback kind of thing, it might not need an MPB. I'm not entirely sure how the math works out for that.
I mean, the only thing is, though, you gotta consider the flat cannon gonna kill those illusions pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's true. He really is ripping right through them.
Yeah.
Isurus has to start playing very carefully if they take a bad fight, or if they don't pay attention to the Lycan, they could lose. They could get raxed, and they'll have a hard time. But then again, Seven Wars also has to be careful just because of the Nature's Prophet. So
and the fact that they have a Luna with a Manta. I mean, that's quite a pushing force. You take down a tower as Luna with a Manta, you've basically taken down the racks too, because you just got to hit him a couple times and those racks melt.
Now, we actually haven't seen 9 do too much split pushing. I think this is really a fighting prophet. He's got a mech.
Yeah.
He's got a scythe now.
Radiant's bottom tower
he's
is under attack.
mostly been contributing to team fights. It would be interesting to see. I don't think he wants to push because Lycan can probably just kill him.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. You can pick up a Lycan against Nature's Prophet. You can run across the map. In fact, Lycan is going for an AC now. I'm surprised to not see a Basher, though, from him. Considering they've already got one stun that goes to BKB, why not have a chance at another, at least?
I would say they just want to live to the right click of Luna and Nature's Prophet, but also Visage, pretty tanky, sort of, if you know what I mean. Like, the Gravekeeper's Cloak does a lot. He has a lot of natural armor. Invoker just has a lot of levels, which means he has some amount of armor.
Yeah, I mean, the stats on this Invoker are just massive in general. He's actually leveling Quas instead of Wex, which I don't think gives you as much utility as the Wex does. Especially if you've already got 4 points up in it, you've got a decent Ghost Walk, you've got a
Radiant's top
decent
tower
Cold
is
Snap
under
too.
attack.
I will say Deafening Blast disarms for longer the higher points you have in Wex.
Yeah.
No, wait, no.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's Wex. Sorry, I thought it was going to be Quas. It knocks them back.
Yeah, the knockback is Quas. The damage is, of course, Exort.
Yeah, I
think
most
of the abilities.
Honestly, I'd rather have a longer disarm.
I'd rather have a longer Tornado.
Yeah, no, a longer
that's
disarm
a
would
really
also
big deal.
Tornado.
Yeah.
I don't know, but DDX has played incredibly well, so, you know, I will leave this up to him. He's actually getting very close to being 6-slotted, so I would expect him to travel next.
Yeah, he's got that blink. He's able to blink back and forth and farm lane and jungle almost simultaneously at this point. We're going to see Dazzle moving off into the jungle a little bit. Nightmare.
Yeah, no, just wards to keep this Invoker safe.
As he pushes on in. We got Roshan respawning in 1 minute and 20 seconds. We've got nearly a whole set for Earth Spirit and drops. Yeah,
the cores on 7 Wars are doing very well, but the supports are actually having a pretty hard time.
Yeah.
Their net worth's very low, and they can't really afford to be doing as much warding as they are. It's really hurting them. And so while, sorry. Yeah, no, it is Isurus. It is 7 Wars, of course.
Oh,
while Venge
9 is going to get picked off up top, actually.
Yeah, poor Nature's Prophet. But yeah, that's why I don't think he can split push. They have good response to it. Sorry, but anyways, while Vengeful Spirit is a pretty good late game support, with this low level of farm, she and Shadow Shaman are just getting ripped through, and I think that's hurting 7 Wars in these team fights.
Like, Vengeful Spirit is a hero who wants to play a little bit ahead, and would like to eventually, after she's picked up a support item or two, turn into a bit of a semi-carry. Like, if you can pick up a Diffusal or a Desolator, those are really good items for Vengeful Spirit to have. She already right-clicks pretty hard, considering she's always under the effects of her aura.
Tower has
The bottom tower are going to fall. They're going to try to push in up top. You were saying, Vanessa? Sorry.
Yeah, so even if Central goes entirely utility with Force Staff or Blink Dagger, then you get an Agnum, so you have excellent initiation. She's tanky enough to be able to deal with it. She can get a lot done. Probably wouldn't need to build into semi-carry with this lineup.
Yeah.
Like an Beastmaster able to do enough. But I mean, unfortunately, she doesn't have the utility items right now. So, but she might be able to get that now with this Roche.
Yeah, we got a cheese up on the Beastmaster. They blink in though. Beastmaster Roar gonna come out onto the Visage here. Again though, double kill for DDX. Luna gonna take down the Beastmaster. But we've got Strap coming into the fight now with Domi. And Luna is going to have to throw out an ult as she retreats, but that did almost no damage to Gyrocopter or Lycan. Lycan now chasing down Papita, and he's still got an Aegis, so he can die for this. It looks like he wants to, but he's not going to be able to. Actually, Invoker picking off Gyrocopter, I'm actually very surprised he was able to do that. It looks like he might get Strap as well, but Strap does have the Aegis to fall back on. Does have enough for an Assault Cuirass as well, but Strap getting jumped on. Tornado, even short range, is going to fly out here. He's going to just turn and fight at this point. The Aegis is popped, though. His ult is up in 3. He should be able to get away from this, or at least engage back in if he wants. He's going to go ahead and pop the ulti. Going to run away from the fight now.
Yeah, and they know that they can't catch him. So what happened that fight is Seven Wars caught out the Visage, and they're like, yeah, Visage! And they dropped the Shadow Shaman wards around him. They Primal Roared him. They used everything on this guy. I'm sure if they used a call down, I don't remember. But I mean, they really threw out every single thing they had on him, and someone just Force Staffed him out.
Yeah, and Visage was like, okay then, so you want to spend all your ults on me? That's fine, because that means DDX can basically rampage. And Gyro just picked up his Butterfly. Luna now has a Butterfly as well.
And this is what I meant about Visage being sort of tanky. So if you go after him later in the team fight when the Gravekeeper's Cloak is worn down, he's kind of squishy. His base stuff not that good. But if you go on him right at the beginning, I mean, all of those Gravekeeper Cloak stacks are just going to absorb everything.
Yeah. They just did exclamation point MMR and I just responded. MMR is 2. Actually, my caster MMR is about 2.7k party, so or solo actually.
Your caster MMR?
Well, my caster MMR is over 9,000, of course.
Oh, okay.
My camera work MMR is at about 4. Not 4,000, just 4.
Just 4. Yeah, that's okay. We don't know what the scale is. I mean, like, if AC is like a 2 and LD is like maybe LD's a 4.
Yeah, I'm about on LD.
So, you know, you're up there with the best of them.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And an actual good cameraman is like a 5, so I'm almost there. Smooth Drag took me up 2 points, which I will be working with tomorrow. I know that last fight was a hideous display of camera work. But,
well, that's alright. We'll forgive you. So, Seven Wars choosing to back off from here. They know that the counter push for Isurus is a little too strong for them right now with DDX just having everything to throw at them. He has picked up this boost of travel. He's got 4,500 gold, but, you know, still hanging on to that Midas.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That's a lot of money. He's so high on the net worth. I mean, he's sitting at 23,000 net worth, 2,000 above the Luna, and just, you know,
he saw miles
above.
Have you seen what he's doing here, though? He's just, like, invoking everything. Domi actually going to get caught out by the combo. He's already going to drop here. Spent his buyback already. Godlike Spree up for DDX. It's looking pretty grim for Seven Wars if they can't get a hold of a Rax soon. And already this Rax gone bot for them. Actually, Straf is going to take down the Nature's Prophet. Straf seems much more comfortable, I think, in this carry position rather than the offlane position, although he plays an excellent Centaur.
Yeah, that was a well-played Centaur that last game. But yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier about when Gyro was going Butterfly. I was like, oh, they don't have any natural MPP carriers.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Invoker build another really Butterfly, who needs one, right?
Yeah. Invoker can just destroy him. And DDX is very fast fingers. I feel like, you know, on DDX's Andro or something, I'm going to stop talking about him. Everyone is playing very well.
Yeah. It's just, it's kind of the highlight here. A big long-range tornado going to catch 2 here. We actually do have an shout onto DDX. He's gonna throw a Sunstrike, gonna throw a Meatball, gonna take down the Shadow Shaman. Vengeful Spirit already on the sidelines. Straff diving deep though. He's taking down the Invoker. Nature's Prophet still on the sidelines from earlier. He's gonna pick off the Dazzle as well. There is a TP coming in here. What is going on? He becomes a man again and becomes a pig immediately after. And Visage is actually gonna end up killing spree. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Visage,
might be GG here for 7 wards. They do have a buyback on the Lycan. I don't know how much he'll be able to do. His Necrobook's almost up.
Yeah, and his ult's up again as well. But meanwhile, somebody's picked up here. I can't quite see. I'm not even sure who that was at this point. Carl.
It was
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. He got Tornadoes, Grounded, and Sunstruck as well. So he's back to the fountain to heal up. Gyro is back, so they've lost 2 lanes of Rax. However, if there is any hero who can manage to fight up against Mega Creep and pull this out, Gyro, Flat Cannon, Rapier is something that could potentially do it.
I don't know how he's going to get a Rapier so soon, but he's already got quite a bit of damage, we have to admit.
Yeah.
Not to mention, with the Beastmaster there, he can clear creeps pretty quickly with the universal damage from the axes. You've got Lycan, who can still split push effectively. I still wouldn't count 7 Wars entirely out of this game, although it's going to be a long road to get back from it.
Yeah, I mean, they've been fighting on the back foot most of the game, but managed to kind of hold their own. As far as gold goes, though, it's over 25k in Isurus' favor. They're about to break 100,000 in total gold earned. That's impressive.
Yeah, difference in gold, yeah, that's extreme at this point. And somebody's saying, I expect to see some Boots of Travel Beastmaster shenanigans. And that might be the idea here.
Yeah,
He's got Boots of Travel.
I'm not sure what they're going to I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Yeah, I guess they could push really quickly with that. But the hard thing is they're down 2 lanes of Rax. And they can't fight well enough to hold off Isurus at the moment.
Yeah.
I think they need to just delay as much as possible. And he's sold the drums, he's picked up a Demon Edge, he's looking to buy a Rapier. Oh no, it's an MKB.
And this is the situation, I think. Oh.
Yeah. It hits an MKB.
Well.
I was so excited, because I think that was... I know a Rapier seems a little silly, but with that amount of damage and you add lifesteal in, he should be able to stay alive.
And at this point, it's a desperate time. It calls for desperate measures here.
Yeah, but the MKB will help him kill Luna. More damage, more lifesteal, etc. So,
but
who knows?
Isurus is shutting down all the vision on this map. Like, they killed the wolves with a soul assumption. A soul assumption for the wolves.
I mean, let's see, what is Visage at? Well, he's only got an axe and Boots of Travel. Interesting. But yeah,
what else does he need, though? He's also got a gym, though. So he can take down these wolves and the bird pretty quickly.
They have a gem just to deal with the wolves. And I wonder, okay, so whose gem... Well, it doesn't tell me whose gem it is. So it might belong to Nadara.
Courier. They've picked off a couple heroes, I think, as well. Like... at this point, a gem for just a wolf is pretty important. Plus, they've got Visage, who isn't really the focus in team fights anymore, especially after that disastrous fight earlier. Actually, Sunstrike gonna land on Nightmare. Doesn't do quite enough damage, though. Wolves are gonna come on in here, but aren't spotted out yet. What the heck is this camera doing?
Oh no.
Meanwhile, we've got creeps pushing him back. And this is the other problem with having Rax down. It means,
you have to maintain someone in base, otherwise you're just gonna have Prophet come in and take a tower. And
you can't go out and push that easily.
Yeah, he's got his Necrobook. I wonder, it would be silly. Do Prophets ever go Boots of Travel? They don't, right? Because it'd be stupid.
I mean...
Because, I mean, he's carrying a TP so that if he ports in, he can port back out. But
well, buying Boots of Travel is like saying, hi, I'd like infinite TP scrolls for one low flat rate.
Yeah, I mean, I usually see Boots of Travel just so that you can maximize your inventory slots. So, you know, I'm just trying to decide what's Prophet going to buy next. Is he going to sell the Midas?
Top tower is under attack.
Invoker has a refresh.
Oh, goodness. DDX, let's see those fast fingers. Oh, I'm excited for this fight.
I am excited for this fight.
Alright, people, go fight!
Just go fight and end it, if you can. Gyro with the MKB up.
Radiant's top
The
tower
poor
is
man's
under attack.
rapier.
Yeah. He does not have buyback, but I think he can't.
I mean, at this point...
He can't buy back. Like, he has to either kill everybody. If he has to do a buyback, that means his team is dead and he can't do anything.
In the time he takes to buy back and walk to the enemy team, if they can take a tower, they have so much
Radiant's top
damage.
tower is under attack.
And it's kind of the
Radiant's top
Aegis
tower
thing,
has
like,
fallen.
okay, we give someone the Aegis, but if we kill them off once, we can do it again, generally.
Yeah.
And he has to use the flat cannon just to kill all these creeps. It's on cooldown for 25 seconds, and he needs that to defend.
Yeah, honestly, I might have even chosen the ultimate. I wonder what the choice is there. But he does have
The ultimate you want in a team fight even more, though.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower
I
is
don't
under
know.
And there we go, the ultimate's coming out. 6 seconds to flat cannon. The tower's dropping very low. It will fall, but they haven't used Blip yet, I believe. Actually,
Yeah.
Dusk's gonna come out. Nightmare gonna fall, but he does get the wards off at least. Actually, that was Shadow Shaman. Domi, though, with a double kill. He picks off both the Nature's Prophet and the Missiles. Luna's Aegis is popped. The Refresher comes out from the Invoker. Jim on the ground. And Lycan actually out of the game here. We're seeing so many buybacks, I can't even keep track of them. But the
Yeah, it
whole
was
dire
triple
team is
buyback
up.
for Isurus.
Yeah, Domi does have enough for buyback though, now. And he will fall to this tornado. Or the Sunstrike right after him, but he's gonna buy back from the game, yep. No doubt about that. But it's just a massacre for the side of Seven Wars right now. Gyro is possibly gonna take down Invoker. He will actually. Gonna take out Dazzle as well. And Shaman and Lycan gonna buy back too. Shaman does instantly die back though. Strap is chasing down the airdrop. The Jim is on the ground, and the airdrop did pick it up, but I'm not sure he's gonna survive very long here. Actually, he cheats. Oh my goodness.
has fallen.
Meanwhile, at mid, Gyro's attempting to hold off these creeps. We're seeing Lycan tornadoed up. He's out of run speed. He can't get away now. No buyback available. Ancient is now under attack, and there's mega creeps on the board. Now, I think this is pretty much GG. He's gonna BKB one last engagement. He's got the flat cannon available, but I don't think it's enough damage. It's just not.
Fullback's getting pretty low here, but Fullback still has Manta. His Manic's almost up again.
Nightmare attempts to swap him out, but the full team is down. A multi-kill gonna go the way of you guys, and GG well played. But you gotta say, congrats to both teams.
But there were 9 buybacks. Vengeful Spirit is the only one who didn't buy back during that entire ridiculous fight.
I mean, yeah, the team may have lost, but
Well
they played their hearts out here.
Well played and well fought.
Very nicely done. Gyro needs an axe to split push effectively, Kappa. Anyways, guys, it has been quite a night. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Congratulations to Isurus. Hopefully we will see 7 Wars next season. I have no doubt they'll be back once again. For revenge, of course. And again, I'm very sorry about the camera work. It will be better tomorrow night. I will work on that tomorrow afternoon, and we'll get it much better.
Alright, well, thank you for joining us guys tonight. Alright, so I am Renessa. This is my last plug for tonight, of course. I will be back tomorrow, but you can find me on Twitter at RenessaDota and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Renessa. And I'm sure I will be streaming all day tomorrow with pubs, and then I will be casting all night. And this wonderful man is Revo, SB Revolution 5.
Why, thank you. And of course, you guys can find me on twitch.tv/SBRevolution5, on Twitter at SBRevolution5, and on Facebook at SBRevolution5Dota. Really appreciate you guys' support, and honestly appreciate the criticism on the camera. That shows me where I need to improve, and it will get better. So thank you once again for tuning in tonight. Hopefully tomorrow's matches will be on Dota 2 Lounge. We're trying to get that set up. If you guys have any contact with them, send them an email or something and say, hey, we want to see those matches on Dota 2 Lounge. We want to bet our rares on BR Dota.
Nicely done, yeah. And I would like to do a shout out to Petty and Sephiroth for helping us mod the chat in game.
Definitely.
That was very nice of them.
And Hefla and Jort stepped in there toward the end as well. And of course Waffle, who's been here from the beginning, of course. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. doing that as well.
Yeah.
Next time, Seven Wars won't let DDX pick Invoker, yeah?
Alright, well, thank you guys. Good night from me.
Yep, good night. I will give you guys a little bit of music to send you out. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 18 hours Brazil time, with our first game of the day, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the schedule for tomorrow. We are going to have Arena Gaming up against For the Win, which used to be Simexora, and then there's only a 2-hour gap there between the House is Down and Jungle's King. Hopefully those won't intersect too much, because I know those are both going to be pretty good games. And then at 2200 hours Eastern, that's 2300 hours Brazil time, we'll have Judgment versus Life is Hard to round out the evening. Then on Sunday, we've got 3 more matches, including Rubik +4 versus Tango and Dive, CMB Esports playing Void, and 2 World Gaming versus Mad. And we're looking to possibly get a all-star match going in between those, which I'm sure will be loads of fun. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you next time.